If your immune system is strong, you cannot get sick with any disease. So we're going to straighten that.
How can you identify alkaline products? Yeah, so pretty much like share anything with the audience as far as like to be aware of something before purchasing. Like, yeah, so like how can you identify?
I mostly definitely go off of Dr. Sebi's nutritional list for the most part, because he put in the work, did a lot of research, therefore letting us know that seeded fruits are the best fruits for us. So I try not to even go outside of that range. Like you said, everything's not going to be completely alkaline due to how it's grown, and some of these things are grown next to foods that are inorganic, and it's probably all getting sprayed. It might be a whiff of the spray, spraying on the regular organic food as well. So I basically stick to Dr. Sebi's list, romaine lettuce instead of the other lettuce, the iceberg, things of that nature, for sure.
I get this question a lot from my followers. How can they find the right CMOS or the right herbs and stuff like that? And honestly, I need help from you guys to tell me what to tell them, because I'm not sure. So when it comes to produce and stuff like that, following the nutritional guide, always that's what I do. I know how to do that. But when it comes to the alkaline specific products, that's more of a challenge.
Yeah, I think, Dr. Sebi has really set the foundation for us to thrive, right? But we have to continue to seek knowledge and information at all times, especially being teachers, sharing this knowledge with the people. So for me, in my personal journey, I've even went through Dr. Sebi's list and started doing my research, asking around, talking, looking up pH balances, because we have to understand that as Dr. Sebi was on his journey, there was some things that he put on his list that he took off his list. So it's up to us to seek that knowledge so we can continue to share knowledge. But Dr. Sebi's list is the foundation, is definitely the go-to. If you guys need assistance if you need a list, ask any one of us. We can provide that for you, because there are a few lists out there and people are really confused. So to just chop that confusion down, reach out to one of us. And another side of it is, in order for something to be organic fully, the soil has to be organic and the seed has to be organic, right? And the FDA, they don't care about that. If that soils are organic, it's automatically being labeled as organic in the store. So the seed is not technically organic. So that's a higher level. That's you getting to the point where you're growing your own food so that you are sure on what it is, making sure that soil is organic and that seed that you're buying to plant, to produce this beautiful manifestation is organic. So I would say, go to the experts and do your own research all the time, because it's really up to you to live life to the fullest with the knowledge that you have to do that. And an expert can guide you, but continue to seek knowledge, continue to seek that information.
Preach.
Cool, that was real cool. Again, the Dr. Sebi nutritional guide list is out. And it's a foundation that can kind of guide somebody to have a starting point. And again, like Juan said, and everybody else, Queen Monet chipped in, Dr. Sebi put in the work that was needed for us to have a foundation. And we're going to build on this foundation with whatever he left. And like Queen Monet mentioned, he was also removing things out of their list after finding out that some of those things were not up to standards. Things like almonds, right? The way they were being grown and cultivated. Again, the way that you tell is a few measuring things that you can follow. Again, the list is the best place to start. Or again, a mentorship. One of us, right? There's quite a few of us who are knowledgeable, have been putting in the work, understand, what's going on, you can reach out and they will assist you to kind of transition, right? And then get into the list. Then you can start identifying some of these foods that are detrimental, the ones that are least detrimental, and the ones that are actually beneficial, right? Then after that, you move out from the cultivation arena and identifying the alkaline foods in their wild setting, because an alkaline food or alkaline plant is supposed to be in a wild setting. It's not supposed to be in a cultivated setting. However, due to food security or whatnot, or just having enough for whatever reason, we have them being cultivated. But originally it's supposed to grow in the wild. Then after that, you have things like Juan say they are seeded fruits. You want to make sure all your fruits are seeded, right? So you grow into it. But the basic or the foundation is get to the nutritional guide, nutritional list, make sure your fruits are seeded. And you can start there and keep building, but you want to go to the plants that do not need man to survive. Those are the alkaline plants. These are the fruits and wild plants that are edible. Those are the food alkaline plants.
Yeah, most definitely. Like everybody said, of course you're going to start with that alkaline list that Dr. Sebi prepared for us, right? Seeded for sure. We want to make sure that things such as pretty much a lot of stuff from grapes to avocados, of course, right? Like so much, like seeds are very important in identifying what is alkaline or not. Also, smaller produce, okay? So things such as bananas, right? The burro banana is smaller than the traditional longer banana that we are all familiar with growing up, so it's going to be it's like a pint-sized banana. Imagine that, so that's one thing that you can identify by being alkaline in a banana, right? Berries are going to be a lot smaller, such as strawberries, right? You see these days big blown up strawberries pumped up with antibiotics and all of that crazy stuff, so the smaller fruits is also a way that you can identify what is alkaline as well.
Another way to identify alkaline foods is by identifying what isn't alkaline foods. So if they're genetically modified, it's not an alkaline food. If it's a hybrid, it's not an alkaline food. If it's like processed, meaning it comes in a can or like a packaging of some sort, it's not alkaline food. So that's an immediate, easy way where you can be like, okay, this may be genetically modified, this may be hybrids. And we'll share what genetically modified and hybrid fruits are as we continue on.
Where do you go and purchase your alkaline products in specific? What's your choice?
Ooh, boy, now that's the journey, that's the quest. That's where it gets real. I really can't even name any specific places. But I know that Kroger, I noticed that they carry organic foods, supposedly. But more so in Disney's markets, I find in some of the Indian type of markets and stuff like that, it's just very low key markets. You got to do your research very, very hard to find these foods, because you'll find like 2 of these alkaline things only at this place, this location. Then you got to go here and then you got to go here. Yeah. So that's why I think it's very important for us. I was thinking of like one day we actually could work on an app like the Community 83, where we can have, where in each state we would pinpoint a location where we found these particular foods, and that way people in the community would be able to go find them.
Nice.
Next level.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's people's like first thing that they think about, where would they go buy their produce and their alkaline products. And here in San Diego, we have Sprouts, and Sprouts have everything. So we have the produce, the chickpea pasta, spelt flour, date syrup, like everything you need. We have I found it there, which is amazing. I love it. And also Asian markets and Middle Eastern markets have boiled bananas, baby bananas. Yeah, I think like you get used to it. The process, finding your favorite supermarket, finding your spot where to shop. It takes time. In the first 6 months, I didn't know where to shop. I didn't know. Like, it takes time to find your home, your supermarket home.
It's a treasure hunt.
It's fun. It gets fun after a while, though, believe it or not, you know?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm definitely strive to create that bridge between, you know, learning about alkaline foods and purchasing your alkaline foods. I'm working on creating that bridge. You know, a typical day of alkaline shopping is definitely going to like 3 to 4 places, 3 max, minimum. I go grocery shopping with my clients and we're literally going to like 3 places at least. So one of the places we always go is to Whole Foods. Whole Foods definitely has a lot of organic, a good section of organic things, because you'll go into a lot of grocery stores and they'll have like this little corner of organic things. And it's like, is this stuff even alkaline? And it's just, I don't know. When you're first getting started, it could be overwhelming, because if you're not used to going to multiple places in one day to get a whole bunch of groceries, or if you're not organized in a way where you meal planned, and it could get kind of complicated over time. The next place I go to is Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has like the grapeseed oil. Trader Joe's has the wild rice. Trader Joe's, I don't do fruits at Trader Joe's. I only do fruits at Whole Foods. I find that Whole Foods have better deals than Trader Joe's. But however, Trader Joe's has better deals when it comes to getting those alkaline grain substitutes and oil substitutes. And then those are the main 2 that you can find in any city in the US, right? So then you'll have it depends up to you to kind of scout your neighborhood. And like, if you want to start this lifestyle, you have to say, okay, what are all the grocery stores in my neighborhood? I find that a lot of Jewish grocery stores have a lot of alkaline things. They have spelt pasta. We're not finding spelt pasta anywhere. We're ordering spelt pasta online. You know, when you live the alkaline lifestyle, you'll find that you're going to be ordering a lot of things online. And online and buying in bulk is going to save you money. Buy your oils in bulk, buy your grains in bulk, you know, buy your spices and herbs in bulk if you can. Yeah.
That's a super plug right there.
Whoa, you see that? You see what I mean? I mean, you guys give it all, like, you know, definitely, you know, you want to, it's like a treasure hunt. That's what I call it. You know, that's what it was for me. You know, once you get into it, you start transitioning. Please don't get overwhelmed. Take it as a journey, all right? Take it slow if you need to, right? Take your time. Go around, like you guys, Monet say, look for deals in different places. Go to different stores. Most of the stores are gonna have something that you can use. Again, you're looking for the organic section. Some stores have better deal than the other. So kind of walk your way around till you find out where you're going to be buying certain things and where you're going to be buying other things. Another place to look into, the farmers market. These ones are always available, especially summertime. Farmers market, they are huge. There's always a farmers market close by. Look it up. You can look up online and you find it. Most of the alkaline foods are tropical foods. Spanish stores, we have a lot of these alkaline foods. Check out the Spanish store. Again, all these native communities that you guys mentioned, the Asians, the Indians, the Middle Easterns, they have most of these things. Go around and shop around, get to know your neighbors, get to talk to them, you know, create some type of relationship so you can create, you know, what you need. You know, make it like a game you play, you know, a game of health or a game of alkaline certain food, you know, and make it fun. And most definitely, it's a process. So take it as such, and you will definitely get what you want or what you're looking for eventually. And you can create your own system and follow it every time you need.
Yeah, definitely. You know, like Kamau said, the ethnicity markets, definitely is the way to go. He already named a few. One that I can name that I haven't heard just yet is also the Jamaican shops as well. You know, so I got a Jamaican shop that's about 20 minutes away from me, and they actually have like packs of Guinea hen weed that you can buy. They have soursop pulp, you know, all sorts of like callaloo, like so like the Caribbean, like Kamau said, you know, like those Caribbean alkaline foods as well. You know, look for those small moms and pops type of, you know, markets, any kind of like local farmers out in the country parts of town or whatnot. Me personally, I live in the city, so I have to stick with Sprouts. Yeah, I love Sprouts though.
Also, me and my brother, the Alkaline Healer, we also found there's something called, you can go online called findaspring.com, and there is all sources in every state. I mean, there's sources in every state where there's natural springs flowing down to a particular pipe where you can go and get free alkaline water. They actually test the pH and they tell you what the pH of it is, and they tell you show you how it's being filtered. You can go and do your research. You can look and follow it and see how it's being filtered through rocks, stones, all that kind of stuff, all kinds of minerals and stuff, and you can fill up as much as you want for free. You know, we just found this out. So this is something. And also sulfur springs. It's only a few out here. They're more
thermal water.
Thermal water. And hot springs too. So definitely check that out. It's beautiful, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
for sure. So make sure that you invest in like a big 5-gallon jug or something like that, so you can go and load up, stock up on that good thermal water. So it's needed. You know, how can someone mentally prepare to transition into consuming more alkaline products? Like, what type of transitional phases does one have to go through?
It's definitely leveling up, you know, taking it 10%. You could just start off 10% at a time. Like the Queen said, they didn't, just like us, we weren't perfect. We started off at 10%, you know, and then we constantly, you know, would level up. So, you know, take your time, be gentle with yourself. You don't want to shock your body by just trying to transition, you know. For those who are eating acidic foods that are dead, not alive, because that's what alkaline is. Alkaline food is alive. When you're putting it in your mouth, it's actually living and it's alive. It generates energy, electricity. So just take, you know, you take it one step at a time. 10% this day, you know, the next week, try another 10%. Just keep going slowly but surely, because you don't want to just, you know, you can't cold turkey, you know, not everybody can do that. I didn't start off that way. I'm not perfect, just like the Queen said, you know, they're still on their journey, you know, getting there. So I absolutely agree with them for sure. So it's just you know, your body, listen to your body, and that's what's important.
True.
I think having a goal in mind when you start this journey is also really important. It depends. It might be they need to heal from a certain disease, or they're trying to lose weight. Having this goal in mind will definitely make you stronger when you'll have your falls. You know, everyone have it, like emotional setbacks. So having that in mind, and also cleansing before transitioning always helps, because then you have less cravings. You created some new neural pathways in your brain, so you can adapt to a new lifestyle. That will make it easier for them. And if they're still eating meat, I will tell them, okay, so we stop eating meat like twice a week, something like that. Like slowly, gradually, safely make the transition until you feel confident and happy with it.
Right. I would say drink more water. Start by increasing that water intake. That is a game changer. Like a game changer. My niece couldn't use the bathroom. She's 6 years old and she has problems using the bathroom. We know why. It's because of the foods that she's eating, right? 10 days with me. By the third day, she was using the bathroom twice every day. And all I did was increase her water intake. That's all I did to get her started, because she's a super picky eater. So I would say start by doing that. I would say switch out your oil immediately. So that's an easy thing. That's a no-brainer. If you're using canola oil or vegetable oil, try to use a grapeseed, avocado, or sesame oil. The coconut and extra virgin olive oil cannot be heated. Once it's heated past a certain temperature, I think it's like 100 degrees, it breaks down the chemistry of that's basically going to help to alkaline our bodies, right? And then I would say start to make space for yourself, whether that's through meditation, whether that's through mindfulness. Start to create a space that's just for you, whether that's going on walks, because the alkaline journey is a self-love journey. I love myself so much, I'm gonna go that extra mile in 10, and I don't care what no one says or thinks. So you have to create that space within yourself so that you can have that firm foundation, so you won't feel overwhelmed as you're getting started. Start with the things that are super easy. That water intake, taking time for yourself, and yeah.
Yes, indeed. Again, it's very important to remember it's a process. So, like you guys say, just have a game plan, right? Planning is very important. Like the Queen there said about having some goals, set some goals, what is the reason why you're doing it, right? Then come up with a game plan, come up with some type of, things that can guide you along the way. Prepping, make sure you prep maybe a week ahead of time. This will make you successful, because one area that people fail in is the lack of access to whatever they are trying to do. So if you prep ahead of time, you find that, hey, you don't need to do much. You just need to grab, and if it's your meal, if you're going to work, you're taking the right meal. So you don't find yourself in a position where you're looking around trying to find what you need, and that will cause you to fail, because you're going to grab what's near you, and alkaline foods are not available right now as they should be. The acid foods are more available than the alkaline. So prepping important, having a game plan, also very important. Taking it as a process, transitioning, switching up. Like Monet said, the oil, switch up to the right oil, switch up to the right grain, switch up to the right vegetables, the right fruits, switching up just like that. Doing little things here and there, not saying, okay, if you have some food that are acidic in your house, don't buy no more. Say, okay, I won't buy this no more. I'm going to buy this next time. So you kind of move forward with it, and gradually you can kind of transition in an easier way, because your body is also going to be detoxing out of these acidic foods that you have been consuming. And it can be challenging if you try to go cold turkey. It can actually cause you to experience some very uncomfortable, have some very uncomfortable experiences that might make you feel and say, no, that's not good for me. But in reality, you just didn't do it the right way. And it actually can even be dangerous in some cases. So just take your time, love yourself, make sure you're in a space that is peaceful, also very important. And all these things combined, you definitely can see the success and feel good and feel better.
Yeah, definitely. Got to start with a goal. Starts with self-will. You got to be determined and disciplined to begin this journey. And I would say start with, what I can add to what everybody else said is start with conquering small goals first. Like me personally, just to tell a quick story, like I first quit smoking cigarettes, right? So I wanted to quit smoking cigarettes, and something came about. I was being awoken in my sleep, gasping for air, couldn't breathe. So I was like, you know what? I don't like that feeling. It was a click, and it created a reaction. I wanted to quit smoking cigarettes. So in order for me to quit smoking cigarettes, I had to give up alcohol. because alcohol was hand in hand with the cigarette smoke. Every time I had a drink, I had to have a cigarette at the same time. So, you know, conquering those small things, and it leveled up to, you know, me saying, you know what, I want to delete meats from my life. You know, I accomplished that. You know, once I got to that cliff, it gave me more, I guess, belief in myself, more inspiration. Like, okay, I accomplished these smaller things. I know that I can continue to go and accomplish bigger and better things, you know, and gradually it just built up, you know, to where I just went full alkaline. As of actually 2 weeks ago, is when I went like the 100% alkaline, you know. So yeah, it's a gradual process, you know, step by step. One thing about it, you can't eat an elephant in one day. So how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.